Hello, everybody. Toxic Talk Show. We're gonna talk about time. Bitcoin is time. Bitcoin is a lot of things at the same time. Now, we know our time is second, minutes, hours, and days, years, centuries, and so on. Now, when you look at Bitcoin, the Bitcoin time is measured in blocks. And why this matters, right? And people call that block height. And as I, based on my research, the block height, right, is what Bitcoin is monetizing. Bitcoin is monetizing time. So I never thought about it this way until I read, about, Bitcoin. I was doing some digging, and I found out it's not really the energy Bitcoin is monetizing much. Because when you think about it, energy, yes, it's hard to, produce, right? You have to prove me the work. That's one, but it's not really the main thing in Bitcoin. The energy is only there to make sure that every block, right, it happen at the time it's supposed to happen. So Bitcoin timing can keep on working properly. So this is what the energy is doing, right? The difficulty adjustment, right, up and down, right, based on human grade, right? So it has to do that to maintain the time Bitcoin is monetizing. And as you know, time in our world, right, is the scariest thing ever. Our time. And this is why I see people giving away their time in a 9 to 5 job, right? And then after, when they get paid, they put this money, right, they get into a fiat, something they can print infinitely. It's weird, so stupid in my opinion. And by the way, this is what I do. I used to do, by the way. And I still do in some part. But it's just to show you that how dumb it is to put something that's so scarce, right? You convert it into something that's so unlimited in supply. Just somebody print some digit on a computer, or just print some papers. You see? So I'm on the way to work, and as you know, guys, if you hear the car rolling, so this is the noise here. This is how I do this podcast. I never found time to do it, so I said, hey, fuck it, I'm gonna do it when I'm going to work. Anyways, time. Bitcoin is time. Interesting take though, because when you really think about it, if Bitcoin was monetizing just energy, right, it would be a shitcoin, because the energy, right, the human ingenuity can grow in a way where we produce so much energy, right, we could produce much more Bitcoin. But instead, it's monetizing time. Our time, every block is a 10-minute that's monetized. If you buy this Bitcoin at that time, right, you own this forever if you never sell. You see? So it's not so much about the price, it's not so much about the energy, but it's about the time. Because with the people who want proof of stake, which I don't really like to comment about because I think they're all scams, they always tend to believe that, oh yeah, we can create money by, we don't need the energy, right? But when you do that, if you want to be global, right, you have to find a way to keep track of time. How do you keep track of time when time is relative? Like every country has their own time. Every planet has its own time. That's what that means. It's relative. It's not a constant time for everybody. You understand? So it's not like, oh, God say, hey, this is the time, everybody has the same time. Boom. No. It has everything is moving so dynamically in the universe. You cannot just say, hey, this is just one time. No, there's not. There's an infinite amount of time and all moving a different direction. So now, because our world, when we sit in our country, in our city, and our town, we tend to think, oh, it's just one time. No. So that's how the proof of stake people think. And that's why they're never going to get into consensus without having a centralized, right, counterparty risk. So, anyways, as you can see, this is just a scam because it's not gonna work. Proof of stake is not gonna work without, centralizing it. And they market it as decentralized. So now, this is why they call us toxic, and I have no shame of being toxic if it is to kill the scammer financially. Okay, so anyways, this is why this show is called Toxic Talk. And if you don't like that, you shouldn't listen to this because this is toxic. Anyways, now let's go back to this interesting talk. Okay, time, monetizing time. Think about it. Imagine if you could monetize your time since you started working, right? And you could put a piece of that time away. Like even since Bitcoin existed, like from the beginning, you take a lot of it, like $1 of your time, $1 a month, and then convert it into the time machine, time monetizer, which is Bitcoin. How much that would give you, right? Go on a website called DCABTC.com, DCABTC.com. You could just put $1 every day, right, for 10 years. 10 years ago, or maybe whatever the time you started working, if it's 5 years ago or 10 years ago or 12 years ago, I don't know. So you just put that in that, and then till today, how much of that time that you spend in that job, right? They give you shit. They give you like, they give you so much things to do, right? And we as humans, we don't like when people tell us what to do, right? Especially if it's a stupid decision. Right? I don't like when, like, you get like the worst, like the stupidest, the dumbest boss ever. Right? Get you to do like stupid shit, right? Because you give your time to that person. You cannot even touch your phone at the time, right? So why would you put it into something that's so crappy, right? I know because it's by force. They force you to say the fiat is, they force you to buy to keep your money into it. Even the treasury, right? Some companies, like some fund managers, they are forced to own some U.S. treasuries. You see how bullshit that is, right? So yes, own it. You're forced to own it so I can devalue it. You see what I mean? So, anyways. Respect your time, protect your time, and value your time. And you know what it is? It's Bitcoin. Bitcoin is time. Every block is time. People in Bitcoin call that block height, but it's basically the time. And when people start to realize that, it's gonna be magical, because like there's so many like humanity never found a way to monetize time before. Never. Because, and as you know, right, Bitcoin is the scarce thing ever. Why? Because time is the most scarce thing ever. So you see the two correlation. So because time is the most scarce thing ever, so that makes Bitcoin the scarce thing ever. So anyways, I'm gonna leave it there, guys. I just arrived at work. Fuck it. I will see you tomorrow. Okay, support the channel if you like, if you love what you hear, and you love the education I'm putting out there. It takes me a good time to the research, and I'm open, right? I may be wrong. I'm open to discussion. Just comment below if I'm wrong at something. I don't care. I will answer you in my ability if I can, right? So yeah, don't be afraid. Just hit me up with the text or just comment. Fine. So anyways, I love you. I love having you guys and Toxic Talk. Go on the website picover.com. You can stream me some sats. There's an invoice below this video too. You can stream me some sats. Moon doesn't work. Phoenix or Blue Wallet may work. So anyways, guys, thank you, and I will see you again. This was Picover Toxic Talk.